Hello guys, TKG's here for your comfortable LostArk life. In this video, I'd like to cover the recent updates and improvements that was done on KR region. As the KR region is quite ahead on update progressions than the global, so I thought it'd be great to share some of those infos for your LostArk journey. Now follow me, I'll show what I need. Before I start this video, one thing you need to know is that this video is based and made on KR region. In other words, some of the contents might not be seen on the global right now, as the update progression on the KR region are quite ahead than the global, so some of the contents can be met on the near or far future. So watch this video with those considerations and use this video as your reference to your LostArk journey. New continent Kurzan was released on January 17th. Well, actually the Kurzan is almost first big update that was live from the New Year's update. So I thought it'd be great to share some of the detailed pre-infos of the new continent Kurzan. Kurzan is a new continent which located left of the Ark line. Kurzan main quest can be accessed on 1580 with the all clearing the Voltis and the prelude quest of the Thermine and the episode of the Light of Destiny. Unlike the other continent was like starting right away by reaching the continent, Kurzan has a pre-stage before going into the continent itself. Newly added island called Trace of Nautilus, where the secret of the new region raid Echidna. Main storyline was about takes up 1 to 2 hours if you are not skipping the whole cutscene of the Kurzan and its island. Previous continent needs picky requirements on your collectibles, right? Like you need to use the adventure tome cooking for entering the hidden places, or you need to wait until some NPC move, or you can enter on certain date or time. However, Kurzan has a little soft requirements for collecting those collectibles, so more like you can just go in, collect, and get out with almost no requirements. Also, on the cooking section, you don't have to do the hard work for collecting ingredients. You can easily collect the ingredients from the rapport, merchant, or the town, wandering merchant, and the last, collecting point. And I thought the collecting point was need some time and effort for collecting those ingredients, but I got it more like 2 to 3 attempts. So maybe it could be more faster than I do. Also, the collectibles on the Kurzan will give you the +4 specialization potion, which increase your specialization stat permanently on your roster character, and a new card pack which increased the critical specialization stat. Plus, collectible reward got expanded on this update. 1400 Mokoko seed will give you the golden Mokoko toy, Ignata token, which the potion that increase your character stat like intelligence, and the wall tree leaves collectibles, life tool materials that needs on making your life tool. 3 reputation unit task was added on the Kurzan, but actually the reward is quite moderate. It is containing materials like shard, card DXP, 1 legendary card pack. 4 new rapport NPC was added on the collectible section, and just like the other rapport characters on the other continent, these characters can be arranged on your own stronghold, and I think the reward was quite moderate too. On the new continent, 30 new Mokoko seed was added on the island and the Kurzan. Also, new 6 stronghold sailing crew was added too. Completing the whole Kurzan storyline will give you this amount of reward, and it is quite much amount if it transferred into a gold. Especially this amount of card, material, or rare materials are quite much of amount compared to any other continent's reward. So if you have a 1580 characters, try not to miss this huge amount of rewards. 3 new special materials just dropped from the mining, logging was added too. And just like the other rare life materials, this material is used on exchanging some special exchangeable on the wandering merchants. And maybe the good news for who doesn't like the PvP, Atlas are now no longer PvP island. Also, the prelude of the Echidna was added on this update. You can access on 1580 and after you complete the whole quest on the Kurzan. New raid Echidna Pre-infos was released on January 12th. Actually, as you guys might be roughly know about the pre-infos or the notice from the KR region, new information was revealed through the Leash's letter, or just notice. Echidna is a new type to region raid, as they said on the notice and the winter showcase, so Echidna raid will be categorized into Kaziros raid and contents type, which the pre-work that needs to be done before you start the real Kaziros raid. So more like the Echidna is an opener of the whole new raid contents. Just like the other raid contents on the LostArk, Echidna raid will require 8 party members and it is consisted with 2 parts. As the new director mentioned on the winter showcase, Normal can be accessed on 1620, hard can be accessed on 1630. And just like the Vulcan, where personally I think the LostArk team are trying to soften the burden of the weekly homework, so it has only 2 gates for the full raid. And one different thing of the Echidna is that you're going to use the alliance skills. As they told before, the Kazeros raid will be the whole new war style raid, so instead of rail, we're going to use the alliance skills during the gameplay. Drops, loot, or the complete reward has our little differences on the difficulties. Normal reward, scale of Argaras, hard reward, eyes of ArkㅅNew, which the materials that requires the high honing. And high honing can be started on 1620 gear. And you can start the quenching with these materials. First, starting quenching will activate 1 to 10 stage of the high honing of the gear, and after you reach the 10, you'll have to do the quenching again to activate the road to 20. So that means you need to do the quenching twice, and reaching 20 stage of the high honing will complete the whole gear progression. As the new director mentioned on the Winter Showcase, they are now trying to less the luck factors on the gear honing system. So unlike the previous version of the gear progression system, it has a EXP on the higher honing system. So pouring the honing materials in the higher honing will progress the EXP bar no matter what. During the higher honing, the new system called Blessings of the Ancestor will be filled per once high honing. Blessings of the Ancestor is consisted with 6 orbs, and after you reach the 6, it will highly boost the gear EXP or will grant you the positive buff like no use material. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching everyone, and always, thanks for your big support. Hope this video was a little help for your LostArk journey. Hope you do well with your LostArk with this video. And of course, if you liked my videos, hit the sub for more upcoming infos. I'll come back with more useful infos in the next video.